What if the end of the US dollar's global dominance doesn't start in China or Russia, but in Brazil? Not with war, not with sanctions, but with an app. It's called Pix. It moves money instantly. No fees, no banks, no dollars. And it's growing so fast, it's now used by over three-quarters of Brazil's population. At first glance, Pix seems like just another digital wallet. But look closer, and you'll find a quiet revolution. One that could shake the foundations of American financial power. Hey, welcome to InnerEconomics. If you enjoy cinematic deep dives into global finance and power, hit subscribe and join the journey. Let's get into it. Tensions between the US and Brazil are rising fast. It started with tariffs. The Trump administration imposed a 50% duty on Brazilian exports. Then came visa bans, even targeting some of Brazil's top Supreme Court judges. But behind all that noise, Washington is watching Pix closely. Because Brazil is quietly building a financial system that doesn't need the United States. In 2020, Brazil's central bank launched Pix, a real-time digital payment system. Fast, free, universal. The goal? Financial inclusion. Millions of Brazilians had no access to banks or credit cards. Pix changed that almost overnight. Today, it's used by more than 76% of the population. People use it to pay rent, buy groceries, split restaurant bills, all without touching a single US dollar. And that is what has Washington worried. Brazilian President Lula da Silva has been clear about his vision. Why does the dollar have to be the global reserve currency? He asked. It doesn't. And we're going to make sure currency multipolarity becomes the new trend. Pix is more than a payment system. It's a step toward de-dollarization. It bypasses Visa, MasterCard, and SWIFT, the messaging system used to enforce American sanctions around the world. It's already interoperable with BRICS Pay, a new platform linking Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Together, they're working on a system for direct trade in local currencies. Pix currently moves over $450 billion per month, and that number keeps growing. The U.S. government responded with a trade investigation, accusing Brazil of favoring Pix over American firms like Visa and MasterCard. Their argument? That Pix undermines free competition in Brazil. But Brazil's view is simple. Why should we strengthen U.S. companies while being punished with tariffs and sanctions? From their perspective, it's not about hurting the dollar. It's about empowering their people. For the first time, street vendors, gig workers, pensioners, they can all access the digital economy. No fees, no red tape, no middlemen. Pix isn't just a fintech innovation, it's financial empowerment. And it sends a message: there's another way to run a financial system, one that doesn't rely on the dollar. This isn't about being anti-American. It's about creating economic freedom for Brazil and for other emerging economies. But here's the irony. By trying to isolate Brazil with tariffs and bans, the US may actually be accelerating the very trend it fears most. A world where countries have alternatives, where financial control is no longer one-sided, where the dollar is no longer untouchable. Of course, Brazil still relies heavily on the dollar, for trade, for investment, and for inflation control. Many Brazilian elites still maintain strong ties to the United States, but the trend is clear. Pix isn't just an app. It's a symbol of what's possible. The US dollar isn't dead, but its reign is no longer unchallenged. And if this trend continues, the United States may one day look back and realize that its response to a modest Brazilian payment app helped turn a tremor into a global earthquake. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit like, drop a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more weekly stories from the world of global finance, psychology, and power. We'll see you next time here on InnerEconomics.